the name of God, the beneficent, the merciful. Now, we feel very proud to present to you the story of Prophet Moses. The Lord had sent 124,000 prophets on this earth to guide the mankind. And among them, Prophet Ibrahim was one of the prominent prophet. His two children were also prophet, and his grandson by name Prophet Ayub, and his another name was Israel. So Prophet Israel's children, all born and brought up in Palestine, they migrated to Egypt. And they lived in Egypt for a long time. For 100 and 200 years later, their children's children were all spread all over Egypt. So now the children of Israel, the Bani Israel, who were spread all over Egypt, were more intelligent, more hardworking, and more talented than the Egyptians. So they were very prominent. But the Egyptians didn't like it. They were jealous because they were all foreigners migrated, and now they are becoming prominent in their country. So they didn't like them. And then the king of Egypt was the Egyptian himself. He is known in the history of mankind to be one of the worst tyrant king ever lived on the earth, by name Fir'aun. He also didn't like these Bani Israel becoming prominent. And he claimed himself as God also. One night he dreamt a very bad dream. When he woke up, he was scared. He immediately summoned the expert of dreams knowledge. And he told that expert, "Look man, I have seen a dream. And in the dream I have seen a big fire, a big blazing fire from Palestine raised up in the sky and spread all over Egypt and burnt the entire harvest. Not even a single grain left in our country. When the entire harvest was burned, I woke up and I don't know what's the dream. Tell me what this dream means." The expert said, "You are our Lord. You are the God. You are the creator of the heavens and the earth. And the dream means, if the blazing flame raised from Palestine and spread on our country, they are the immigrants from Palestine who have covered our country. And a newborn male baby is going to be born from them. And when he will be raised, he is going to destroy your kingdom and he will destroy you. Now I'll see not a single baby born, a male baby born, will ever live on my land. Commander-in-Chief of my army, come!" "Yes, my Lord, the God of the worlds, the Lord of the heavens and the earth, send our entire army to cover our entire country, and they will visit every house of Bani Israel, and they will find out which are their women who are expecting, and follow up and see the day they give birth to a male baby, the baby should be killed. No male baby of Israelites should remain on my land. Every newborn baby should be killed." So the soldiers started visiting every house and they killed every newborn male baby. And among the Israelites, there was one woman who was very strongly believing in the oneness of the Lord. And she happened to hide her religion, and she happened to hide that she was expecting. She never went out of the house and nobody knew that she was expecting. And finally, she gave birth to a male baby. When she saw the baby born was a male baby, she raised her hands and pleaded, "Oh my Lord, you have blessed me with a male baby, my Lord. I hand over my baby to you, my Lord. My Lord, protect my baby, my Lord." And then the Lord spoke,
fear not, make a wooden box and lay the baby in the wooden box and let the wooden box be left in the river. We will take care of your baby. We will see your baby safe and protected till he is raised under our care, and we will make him our messenger and he'll come back to you.
Now, this lady by name Maryam, she did exactly as she was commanded by the Lord. She made a wooden box and she laid the baby in the wooden box and she left the wooden box in the river. And then when she watched, amazing, the wooden box is floating against the waves. The waves are floating from the right to the left, and the wooden box is floating from the left to the right and going towards the other side of the land. It's going to the other side of the land. And on the other side of the land was the palace of Firaun. And with the palace was a beautiful garden where the queen, the wife of Firaun by name Asiya, she was sitting in the garden with her maid servants. Asiya was a strong believer of oneness of God, but she did not disclose. Nobody knew that she was a believer. She was there in the garden and she was amazed to see the wooden box is floating against the waves and it's coming towards her, coming towards her. She was amazed. Then she saw the wooden box reach the soil. Then she asked the maid servants to go and see what the wooden box contains. So the maid servants brought the wooden box to the queen, and she found in the wooden box a beautiful baby and smiling baby. She took the baby out from the wooden box and she started kissing. And then she took the baby to the palace and she presented to her husband Firaun. And she said, Firaun, what a good news. I brought a baby, I found a baby in the river. Here is a beautiful baby. Firaun, we are going to adopt this baby. Whose baby is that? Is it Israel's baby? Oh, no, I don't think. No, I don't want this baby here. Send him to the soldiers to be killed right now. Send him out. Firaun, we don't have a child, Firaun. This is not the baby that's going to destroy you. Firaun, this is the baby that's going to protect you, Firaun. We need a protector for you. We need a protector for you, Firaun. We don't have a child. I am going to raise this baby to be obedient to you, to be your successor, to be your protector. Firaun, this is not that baby, Firaun. Let me raise this baby, Firaun. Look at this baby, Firaun. Look at once. Please look at once. The Lord bestowed love for this baby in the heart of Firaun. And now Firaun looked at the baby. And the baby smiled. And Firaun took the baby in his arms. So now Moosa is raised in the arms of Firaun with love and caring. Moosa is now grown up. Look at him, handsome young man. Oh, strong, well built. And Moosa used to walk outside the palace on and off to see what's going on. So one day when he walked around, he saw two people fighting. One of them was an Egyptian, the other was Bani Israel. So he looked at them while they were fighting. Then Bani Israel started screaming, Moosa, help me, help, Moosa, help. So Moosa ran and gave one blow to the Egyptian. He fell and he collapsed. And the Bani Israel people asked Moosa, run away, you will be arrested, you will be hanged, run away. And then Moosa ran, he hid himself. He hid himself for that night. And the next day he was told by the people that the soldiers are searching for him. and once they get him, he's going to be hanged. So Moosa ran from the city. He ran and ran until he went into a forest. And it was dark. In the night, he slept under the tree, and the next day he continued his journey, walking. And he went into a neighboring country where he passed through a village. And there in the village, he saw two people at the well drawing water. And the other side of the well, he saw two young ladies with their sheep. Now, Moosa asked the girls what the matter was, whether they don't have any male member to be the shepherd, and why are they ladies being the shepherd. And they said, no sir, our father is very old. We don't have any male members, we are two daughters. So he being old, we do the job of taking care of the sheep. And now we want to draw the water from the well, but these two men are not leaving us. Then Prophet Moosa turned to those two people and they said, will you leave the well? They saw Moosa was a very strong person. So they quietly left the well, and Moosa went to the well. He drew the water himself and he watered all the sheep. The girls were very amazed that such a wonderful person. And they went home. As soon as they entered the home, they spoke to the father. Father, we have come across a wonderful person, Father, in our village, a new man. Father, he is like an angel. He got the water from the well and he happened to water all our sheep. Such a wonderful man. Father, you must call him and give him the reward, Father. The father was no one but a prophet himself, Prophet Shoaib. So he asked his daughters to go and invite him on his behalf. And the daughters came walking as fast as they can, and Moosa was sitting under the tree waiting for somebody to come and invite him because he was feeling hungry. And then he saw these two girls coming, and they came and spoke to Moosa, and with the shyness they said, Sir, please sir, our father is very old. He wants to meet you and he wants to give you some gift, some reward. He wants us to ask you to please come to our house. Sir, please come sir, our father wants to see you. When they came home, Prophet Shoaib, the old father of these girls, opened the door and he welcomed Moosa with lot of respect, and then offered a good seat to Moosa and asked him all about him, and Moosa revealed right from his birth. And he made a mistake that he gave a blow and the Egyptian was dead, and he came running to save himself. And Prophet Shoaib said, fear not, you will be our guest. The older daughter came and whispered. She said, Father, he's a very good man. Father, I like him very much. Father, he's very God-fearing. He's God-fearing, Father. Then the father asked her, how do you know he's God-fearing? Father, when we were getting him to our house, we were walking ahead of him and he was walking behind us. He asked us to walk behind him. Father, is this not God-fearing, Father? Then Prophet Shoaib smiled at the daughter, who told him that she likes him very much. And she also said, Father, appoint him as a shepherd for us and let him stay in our house, Father. Then Prophet Shoaib asked Moosa, and he said, Moosa, you are going to be like a family and you have your choice. If you want to marry any one of my daughter, you can marry on a condition. Prophet Moosa was amazed. He was so happy and he asked, what is the condition? And Prophet Shoaib said, Moosa, you will have to serve me for 10 years as a shepherd. You will be employed by me and then you will be free. Moosa was so happy. He married and he stayed for 10 years and he had 2 boys, 2 children from Shoaib's daughter. Now 10 years were over. Now Moosa decided to visit Egypt to meet his parents. So now he took permission from the father-in-law Shuaib, the prophet, if he can go with his wife and 2 children. Prophet Shuaib agreed, and when he was leaving, he wanted permission to take the staff, the stick, which he was using all the 10 years in looking after the sheep and using it for many, many purposes. He loved that stick so much that he took the stick with him, the wife and 2 children. And while they were traveling, there was a night which was very cold, chill, and they were shivering with cold. And then Moosa asked his wife and 2 children to wait, to stay here. He will go in search of fire. And so Moosa left in the search of fire. So Moosa looked around everywhere for the fire. And then he saw the fire on the top of a hill. And he climbed the hill. And as he was going near the fire coming out from a tree, as he walked near the fire, he heard a voice.
Oh Moosa, I am your Lord. Remove your shoes. You are on a holy land.
And then Moosa removed the shoes immediately. And then he looked up and he heard the voice again.
Oh Moosa, I am Allah. There is no God but me alone. I have chosen you for myself, and now listen to what I say. O Moosa, establish regular prayers and praise me. And Moosa, what is in your right hand?
Prophet Moosa was holding the stick in his right hand. And he was amazed that the Lord was inquiring about the stick he loved so much. He loved it so much that he started speaking non-stop. And Moosa told the Lord that it was his stick, that he uses it for many things. He leans upon it and he said he breaks the leaf from the trees for the sheep to eat. And then he said he uses it for many, many, many things. And then the Lord asked him,
Oh Moosa, throw the stick, throw it down.
And Moosa threw the stick. Oh! It became a serpent. It became a big living serpent in action. And Moosa got scared. He got scared. And the Lord said,
Fear not, Moosa. You hold it, it will be back to you as a stick in your hand.
So Moosa held it and it was back as a stick in his hand. Back again, the large serpent came back in his hand as a stick. Moosa was amazed. Then the Lord spoke,
O Moosa, Firaun has crossed the limits of tyranny. You will go to him.
He said that he is scared, he is afraid. And he said his tongue, his speech is poor. His speech will not be able to convince. So he asked the Lord to let him go with his brother Harun, to add to the strength to him. And the Lord agreed. And the Lord said,
Go you both to Firaun and tell him that you both are my messengers, messengers of the Lord of the heavens and earth. And tell him you both are come with my sign, and to let Bani Israel go with you.
Then when Moosa was told he's going to go as messengers, now he's a prophet. Now Prophet Moosa told the Lord that he's afraid because Firaun will play some mischief, some evil. And then the Lord said,
Fear not, Moses, I am with you.
The Lord said, I am with you. So Moses felt so strong, and the Lord said,
Moses, you will speak with Pharaoh in gentle words. You will speak with him in gentle words, so that he will listen to you and may also fear.
So now, Prophet Moosa, who is referred as Moses in Bible, along with his brother Harun, they go and appear in the court of Pharaoh. And they say, "Oh Pharaoh, we are come as the messengers of the Lord of the worlds, with his sign, to take Bani Israel with us." And Pharaoh, when he heard Moosa, he said, Moosa, I was to kill you when you were a baby. I took you in my arms. I brought you up. And now you come and say you believe in some God without my permission. Without my permission, you believe in some God? Moosa, you say you have come with a sign of the God. Show me your sign. Show me your sign of the God right now, Moosa. If you are true, show me the signs right now. Then the Lord asked Moosa to throw the stick. Became a large serpent and opened the mouth in front of Pharaoh, and Pharaoh started shivering. Oh Moosa, I will let Bani Israel go with you. Take the Bani Israel, take the serpent back. Moosa, take him back. And Prophet Moosa touched the serpent, and it came back in his hand as a stick. And Pharaoh saw such a large serpent became a stick back in his hand, and then he said, Moosa, you have learned magic. You have become a magician now. Moosa, can you stand to my challenge? I challenge you. Come in the challenge with my magicians. They will kill you. Are you ready, Moosa? Prophet Moosa smiled and he said he's ready. Then Moosa fixed a day. Fix a day that you are ready, and my magicians will teach you a lesson. Prophet Moosa said that he preferred the day of the festival when all the Egyptians come together, and he wanted all the Egyptians to see the sign of his Lord. And Pharaoh agreed, and he immediately called his minister. My ministers, go and get the best of the magicians of my country. Get them to me right now. So 3 magicians appeared, and they asked Pharaoh, O Lord of the worlds, O our God, tell us what reward you are going to give us if we are victorious. Pharaoh said that they will get the best of the reward. So now it is a day of festival. A large ground, very, very large open ground, and on one side are thousands and thousands of Egyptians, and on the other side the thousands of Israelis. And there Pharaoh comes, and then he commands the magicians to go into the field, and the band is played. And the magicians go in the field and they take position. And then Prophet Moses and his brother Harun, they leave with recitation, Bismillahir-Raĥmānir-Raĥīm, in the name of the Lord, the Beneficent, the Merciful. And they both go take position. Now the magicians ask Moses, Oh Moses, tell us, will you like to start first or should we start? Prophet Moses asked them to start. And the magicians, they throw their sticks and their ropes. Hundreds of sticks and hundreds of ropes are thrown, and each stick, each rope turned into hundreds of snakes, thousands of snakes, big, birds, so small, different colors, all thousands of snakes. The snakes were coming towards Moses, and Moses got scared. And the Lord said, "Fear not, Moses, throw your stick, it will become such a giant serpent that it will swallow all the snakes." And Prophet Moses threw his stick. Such a giant serpent, and it swallowed. All the thousands of snakes were swallowed. Not one snake was left. And all the three magicians, they laid their head on the ground and they said, "Oh Firaun, we believe in the Lord of Moses and Harun. You believe without my permission. Without my permission, I will cut one side of your hands and one side of your legs. Right now I'll cut. Firaun, we fear not you." Now that all the three magicians declared their faith in the Lord of Moses and Harun, it was a very clear defeat to Firaun, but he couldn't change. Then there was wrath of the Lord sent upon Firaun and the Egyptians, wrath after wrath, wrath after wrath. And one fine night the Lord commanded Moses, "O Moses, take all your followers, all Bani Israel from their homes, out of the city right tonight." And Prophet Moses informed his followers, and they all left their homes. Not in hundreds, thousands of them, all leaving their houses. Everybody leaving their houses. And thousands of them followed the Prophet. All the night in the darkness, they walked and walked and walked. And they reached the Red Sea, a huge sea. No end to the sea. And those whose faith was poor, they got scared. And they said, "Oh Moses, you have brought us to the wrong place. Now Pharaoh will come with his army and he'll kill us. Moses, where is your God? Oh brothers and sisters, let us go. Brothers and sisters, let us go back." Then Prophet Moses said, "No, don't go." He assured them that the God is with them. And then he heard the voice of the Lord. "Oh Moses, strike your stick on the water." And he struck on the water. There was such a wild wind, and the sea divided into two parts. It split into two parts with a clear path, a very broad, clear path from this land to the other side of the sea. And then Prophet Moses asked his followers, "This is the mercy of the Lord. This is the mercy of the Lord. Don't fear. Walk through the path and reach the other side of the sea." So thousands of them walked. They all started walking. And the sea was split in such two that there were two sides like mountains. The water is standing still like mountains on two sides. And all the followers, they reached the other side of the land. And right then, Pharaoh, he came with his army, thousands of the soldiers riding on their horses. They all came to the sea. And Pharaoh turned to them and he said, "Look at me, I am your Lord, I am the God. I have commanded the sea to split. Let's go and kill each of the Israelites. Let's go right now, let's get up." When they came in the middle of the sea, the Lord commanded the sea, "Oh sea, merge. And the sea merged. And the soldiers started screaming. Drowning everywhere, drowning, screaming. All drowned. There is not one left. There is none of them. Not a single soldier, not a single horse, all drowned. Here, look at there. There is one floating. Wait. Oh, that's Pharaoh. And Pharaoh struggled with the last breath. And he died. But his body is not drowned. It is floating. It is floating, floating, floating. Oh, it has reached the soil. And there, Prophet Moses asked his people to pull his body. So his body is brought on the soil. And the Lord said, "O Moses, this body of Pharaoh will remain preserved forever for the people to see our sign. Our sign will be seen in this dead body of Pharaoh." Brothers and sisters, this body is preserved in a showcase in the museum in Cairo, the capital of Egypt. Go and see. The Lord has preserved it forever for the people to come in future to see the sign of the Lord. So brothers and sisters, the stories of prophets in Torah, in Injil, and in Quran is not revealed for our entertainment. The stories are revealed for us to draw morals and color ourselves in the color of the prophets. What's the moral we can draw from the story of Prophet Moses? Every word, if you go in depth, there is moral. I don't want to share with you all the morals, but I'll share only 3 morals that you can take home. Moral number 1. You remember? The Lord asked Prophet Moses what was in his right hand. He was holding a stick in his right hand, and the Lord asked him what it was. You mean the Lord didn't know? We believe the Lord is knower of everything. Anybody who could see and say that. Why should God ask Moses to tell him what was it in his right hand? This is a moral. He asked Moses about something Moses loved a lot, to please him, to attract him. This is a moral for us. If you and me want anybody to be attracted towards us, to listen to us, to accept us. In fact, by asking about the stick, Moses surrendered himself to God. He was so happy. So anybody you like them to be attracted to you, to listen to you, to obey you, ask them about something they love a lot. Maybe about their parents, maybe about their children, maybe about their job, maybe about their qualification. Anything that you find they love, you ask them and win their hearts. This is a moral we can use in our day-to-day life with everybody whom we would like them to attend to us, to draw the attention. Then moral number 2, which is a very strong moral. The Lord said, when Moses told him that he was afraid to go to Pharaoh, the tyrant, the Lord told him, "Fear not, I am with you." Remember the 4 words of the Lord. I am with you. These 4 words of the Lord. Do you want the Lord to be with you? At least I will want him to be with me. But he was not with Prophet Moses just like that. It was conditional. What was those conditions? There were 3 conditions that if you also fulfill, then the Lord is with you. Condition number 1, before he could say, "I am with you," he asked Prophet Moses to establish regular prayers. What do you mean by establish? He didn't say pray every day. No. He said establish. Establish means not me alone. I got to see everybody at home pray. My wife, my mother, father, children, auntie, uncle, and everybody in the community, everybody in the neighborhood. It should be a mosque full. Establish means not one day, not on Fridays, not in Ramadan. all the life, all the 5 times a day with others. So it is not just prayers. The first condition was establish the regular prayers. Condition 2 was to praise him. He didn't ask Moses to pray on Fridays and in Ramadan. No. Praise all your life. Establish regular prayers. Praise the Lord. Number 2. The third condition, he said he should speak with Pharaoh in gentle words with Pharaoh. If I was Moses, I would have said, oh my Lord, how do you expect me to speak with Pharaoh, the tyrant? You said he crossed the limit of tyranny, and he is the murderer of thousands of children. How do you want me to speak in gentle words? My Lord, I am the one who gave a blow to the Egyptian and he died. I can't tolerate. And my Lord, you want me to speak with the murderer with thousands of babies' blood on his hand? You want me to speak with him in gentle words? My Lord, how can I do that? No, Prophet Moses did not say that. Because he was a prophet and he was blessed with wisdom and knowledge. He used his wisdom and he obeyed. He said, my Lord, bless me with the patience that I could speak with him in gentle words. So brothers and sisters, the weapon which the Lord provided to go and face Pharaoh was patience. So the lessons we are going to draw now: number 1, establish regular prayers. Number 2, keep praising the Lord. Number 3, speak in gentle word with tyrants, with enemies, with everybody on the earth. Speak in gentle words, gentle tone. And the Lord said, so that they will listen you and they will be afraid of you. Why will they fear? When they find you speaking nervously, that means they take it granted that you are afraid of them. When you speak in gentle words, they take it granted that you are not afraid of them. And in turn, they will fear you. So 3 morals: speak to people, ask them about something they love, then they become not just friendly, they accept you. Number 2, establish regular prayers. Number 3, keep praising the Lord. Number 4, speak in gentle words. And then the Lord will say, I am with you. Thank you very much. May Allah bless you all, your families, your friends, your relatives, your neighbors, everybody you know will be blessed for hearing this story. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.